Well, welcome to a Pastor's Café. Are you excited about a new episode today? Oh, I'm going to stop the rhyming before we get in trouble. Anyways, today we're talking about AI, robots, and the Great Divide, and we will be right back.
This broadcast is made possible by the friends and partners of LibertyNetwork.live. We thank you for your support.
Well, welcome back to the show. Again, this is a Pastor's Cafe. I'm your host, David. I'm here with Pastor Steve Kern. This is episode 71. Yes, AI, robots, and the Great Divide. A little bit about the show. I can come up with some questions, or our audience comes up with questions, and then I read them to you and out loud to you so that people can hear them, and then you answer them.
I try to.
And you do a very good job.
Well,
each and every single time.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm really excited about today's episode.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be fun.
So my question is to you and to the audience is that would you buy a humanoid robot for $20,000,
Whoa.
or you can rent him or her or they, them, $500 a month? So I found this picture, and I think it kind of resembles you, hugging a robot.
Oh, dear me.
You like that? That's you and Neo. Neo.
Do those eyes actually work? I mean, or are those just for looks?
Well, I'm getting ready to show you about those eyes just here in a minute, so just kind of be patient. So,
okay.
Basically, so Neo will be your best friend. You can hug him, her, it, they, them.
Yeah.
Neo will cook for you, serve you dinner. See, look at the couple right there, and then they're interacting with Neo right there.
Are you sure that thing's only $20,000?
It costs $20,000, or you can rent it for $500.
Wow. That's pretty cheap, really.
Or you know what? You can buy one from me for $50,000, or you can rent one from me for $1,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well.
Great deal, huh?
Fortunately, I'm not in the market for it.
Just wait. All right, here's Neo cleaning.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? You don't have to clean anymore. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean, mow your yard. Neo will take care of it. There's also something else that Neo might do.
What's that?
Kill us all.
Oh. Well, that's something to think about. Yeah.
We live in a crazy world, don't we? Yeah, so there's Neo.
Yeah.
Remember those eyes?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Well,
it's going to turn into Terminator.
oh, boy.
Yeah. All right, so here we go, episode 71.
So you need to be nice to your robot. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Okay.
That is right. Okay, you ready to get into this?
Okay, well.
All right, here we go. The rise of Neo. Would you buy one? Here we go. Neo, a humanoid robot, can cook, clean, and serve, and costs just $20,000 or $500 a month to rent. Is this humanity's greatest invention, or the first step towards its own demise? And what happens when convenience replaces connection?
Well, I don't see myself buying or renting a robot for any time soon.
Not yet. Do you have a cell phone? Do you have a smartphone?
I do.
At one point in time, did you say, I will never get one of those?
Never did.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. But, the greatest invention, I've always been told that the wheel was the greatest invention.
We do a lot with wheels.
No, I really think the greater invention was the person who really developed the basics for developing computer technology, because that's basically led to all of this.
I am blown away.
Yeah, computer, the guy that invented that, and then he just shared it with everybody. But the point being is we wouldn't have any of this if it hadn't come up with that first.
Exactly.
And so it's just progressed on since then. To me, I think that's probably the greatest invention, at least in this generation or the last couple of generations. Because it pretty much led to all of what we're seeing now, even robots coming to clean your house. But I want to say something about that. Replacing all these things.
Yeah.
What about robots replacing? It becomes the replacement to your dog or to your cat. You know, people who live alone and they develop a relationship. I can see some people developing a relationship with their robot.
Well, they already are with AI, which is just like a chat box. You know, it's like an image of a guy or a girl, and people are leaving their spouses to have real marriages and relationships. But yeah, isn't it kind of scary? And also the skin, I think it's kind of scary. It's okay. So Neo just looks more plain, right?
Yeah.
But they're building robots that look
just totally human.
Human, yeah.
I would certainly much rather have one like this Neo thing that doesn't look human or anything.
Doesn't look like a 25-year-old. Okay, we're not going to go down that track.
But you see, and that's the way it is with humanity and man and his fallenness. He has the capacity, the things that really are intended for good, and find a way to turn it into evil.
I know.
You know, that's crazy. That's just that's just how we become in our fallenness.
That's how people have become. Not me.
Well,
I can justify.
We all have the capabilities.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, it's amazing how that when you think about the potential for all the different kinds of things that this whole new technology could develop with humans and their relationship with robots. That's kind of can you imagine being at church and having people bringing their robot with them to church? Huh? And
meet my friend Neo.
And your robot's taking it all in, and
maybe the robots would be more compassionate and and easier to carry a conversation with.
Or the robot is sitting there saying to you, "Now, Master, you need to listen to this."
Shut up. I don't want to hear that right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say shut up. Be quiet.
Yeah. Because that robot's been living with you, and you're hearing what the preacher's saying, and it's not compatible with what he's been experiencing.
How about if robots replace pastors?
But I hear that's happening some too. A lot of these pastors getting their sermons from AI.
We live in a scary world. We now live in a day and age where, robots are, like Amazon and UPS, they're getting ready to, or they have fired, 30,000 workers. And, I get it. I mean, I remember, my grandfather was in the auto industry, worked for GM for several years. And when they started doing, bringing in mechanics and stuff like that to do, easy jobs that the human being was doing, that they said this was going to be the end, and, humanity's going to just become unemployed and the robots are going to take over. And, they were saying that years ago. But are we really on the threshold of, because now jobs are being eliminated, and AI is replacing a lot of the jobs like call centers and whatnot, but also for construction workers too as well.
Right. Well, I can't help but think that there's going to be a market for that people are going to be looking for ways, especially when it comes to signing up for this particular thing or that, and you got to call in to say, hey, that people are going to want to work with or look for companies that have a direct person that you can talk to rather than AI.
Sure,
I think that it come to a point in time where actually a company will have a larger market because it's got people working for them that when you call in, you're going to be able to talk to somebody.
Yeah, and robots will need psychologists too.
Yeah. I just feel like that, like somebody that basically is someone that's handling your personal finances and things, you really want to talk to somebody that knows who you are, what you're all about, and all that kind of thing, and really what your personal desires and expectations are.
Sure. Yeah.
And I just can't help but think that there'll be a certain level of people just wanting to deal with a human.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Even in restaurants and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rather than going to a restaurant where they're running robots around, you've actually got an actual human being that.
However, when people go out to dinner anymore, it's like the first thing you do is you do this.
Yeah, and then
you see people's at the table, they're not even talking.
They're not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have this. Uh-huh.
I know. That's well, yeah, too true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my question for the audience. Comment below.
Yeah.
Would you let a robot live in your house if it saved you time? Or is that crossing the line? Think about it and comment below. All right, here we go. Question number 2.
Sure.
The merging of left and right, one global system. Political labels are blurring. Conservatives support AI innovation. Progressives endorse corporate surveillance. And both roads seem to lead to control. Are we watching the convergence of ideologies that will usher in the Antichrist one world order?
I think we are, really. I don't know how far away we are from the actual Antichrist thing, but yeah, it's really kind of amazing how that you see, say, in the area of politics, some crossing over, and you have those that are in the Democrat Party, those that are in the Republican Party, and yet some of them still maintain similar concepts when it comes to different issues.
Yeah.
And and you certainly see that in theology, where you're seeing theology, a lot more interpretation of the Bible is coming more from culture than it is actually coming from the Bible, and coming from science rather than from the Bible. We talked a little bit about that last week, but there is a convergence in those different areas and others that are causing people to be able to come together a little bit more, but then those who basically are still trying to hold on to the way it's been up to this time are going to be basically the odd man out.
Yeah.
And because we're not willing to compromise what we know to be the truth.
Yeah.
And and we're seeing that already. I mean, where you're having people that don't agree with you politically, and you've got this one man that was elected this last night that basically said that he wish he could shoot his opponent and his kids. I
know, it's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, and people politically think it was a good thing for Charlie Kirk to be killed because of their difference in politics or theology or whatever.
It's insane.
But those are all, I think they're precursors. They're indicators of what's coming.
Yep.
That mentality is growing.
Yep.
And so if you don't agree with me, then, well, I'm just going to do away with you.
Off with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
We're kind of moving in that direction.
Yeah. It's almost like we're moving the direction of the United Kingdom.
Yeah. Well.
And is the United Kingdom lost? I know that's not a topic we're going to be talking about today, but New York City seems to be heading in that direction. Yeah,
it's really, of course, we've had some of the Islam takeover in some towns and things going on, but when you have the largest city in the country elect a Muslim mayor who claims to be a socialist, but really when you think in terms of what his objectives are, he's more communist than he is socialist. And he's a Democrat. Well, obviously that really tells us the direction that the Democrat Party's going in anyway.
Insane.
And I wonder if people really, when they were thinking, okay, I'm voting for a socialist, but they didn't think about being voting for a Muslim, because there's a huge dichotomy there.
Yep.
Between the two.
Yep.
And we have to know and understand that a person's faith, belief, has a lot of influence on the way that you think and the way that you decide the way things ought to be.
Yep.
And so it's going to be interesting to watch and see how that develops over time.
Sure.
That situation in New York.
Yep.
But anyway, because everybody was focusing on the socialists,
Yep.
not really saying anything about the Islam side.
Yes.
But we've seen, I mean, there's already been a whole lot of things done that from the Islam side of things that should kind of be, warning signs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like flying airplanes into buildings and
Yep.
the kinds of things that we've seen happen more than once. And of course, when we're having to have peace talks with Hamas and come to these different decisions, and then they don't really last. There's a lot of things that are going on there.
Yeah.
So I really kind of concerned that a lot of people really weren't considering that part of the whole scenario.
Nope, not at all. Question for our audience: is today's political chaos actually paving the way for global unity under deception? Comment below. All right. Question number 3. The Great Replacement. Humans or machines? Amazon and UPS are laying off 30,000 employees each. By 2027, analysts predict up to 99% of the global workforce could be replaced by robots. Is this an economic inevitability or part of a prophetic plan where humanity loses its identity to artificial life?
You know, I've got a big question about this. When you think about Amazon, UPS, they're making big bucks. But what are they wanting to do? Why are they getting rid of all of these workers? To make more money. Money. Where's all that money going to go?
You're asking the right question.
You know, okay, if you're going to lay all these people off, there's not going to be work anymore. Is it going to come to a point in time where everybody's going to get a certain percentage of everybody's profits? I know, like if you go to Alaska and you're a citizen there, and the oil companies are basically connected to the government, you get a certain percent. It's just like the Indian tribes. The Indian tribes, the tribes have different businesses and stuff. They make money, and people get a certain percent off of that. Is that kind of where this whole thing is headed?
You're not asking me, are you? Because I'm just joking.
I'm asking myself.
But I know that's a great question. If 99% of the workforce, I don't see that happening. Okay, people are saying that.
That's
Analysts are saying that. I was thinking, okay, how is that possible? Yeah. But anyways, if 99% of your workforce isn't working, well, then how are we going to buy stuff from Amazon? Yeah. I know you're trying to answer that question, but the thing is this, we're living in a fantasy world.
I really feel, I think there's going...
Unless there's another pandemic in which 99% of the human race is eliminated.
But then they're going to have all kinds of money and nothing to do with it. But anyway, I feel like that as things develop, there's going to be creativity where they're going to find ways. Capitalism has a way of dealing with the creating markets and all different kinds of things. It's going to put a lot of people out of work, but it may create other creative kinds of things where people will end up doing work that would be a lot more creative and satisfying than having to just go every day and do the same thing every day. So I don't know, there may be some good that comes out of it. Yeah. But it's just amazing to me how they want to cut all these people off because they just need to make more money when they're already making money.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, what is that? Is that called greed? I don't know.
Greed.
No, it's called.
Greed is good.
No, wait a minute.
Wall Street.
No, that's called capitalism. But wait a minute. Capitalism's bad. That's what a lot of people think. I mean, that's what the socialists think.
See, this is why I believe there's a merging of the left and the right.
Well, so to speak.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Question for our audience. If you lost your job to a robot, who would you blame? Technology, government, or humanity's pride? Comment below.
Well, I'd answer that question.
Go ahead.
I blame the one that fired me and brought in the robot.
You're not going to blame the robot? I mean, I get it, man. Buy a robot and it can do your work for you, you know?
Yeah.
It can mow the yard for you. Then we don't have to worry about it. You don't have to pay for it. Well, you have to pay for it. So, but anyways, cook for you.
Think about these people like widows that are at home. They can't do a lot of things for themselves. And they have nurses that come in and that kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, let's just put a robot in there and let them take care of it.
Yep.
And, I mean, I could see that kind of thing happening.
Well, that's how they kind of introduced it in a movie that I've previously mentioned, iRobot. You know,
Yeah.
There's a robot, you know, Agent Spooner's mother, you know, alone by herself,
Yeah.
you know, and she got a robot and was able to cook with her and take care of her needs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Agent Spooner didn't like that.
No.
Good movie.
Yeah, well, I didn't see it.
You ought to watch that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 15 years old or something like that. But it's like now that you watch it back then, you're going, oh yeah, right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now you watch it and you're thinking, oh, wow, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Last question.
Let's hear it.
AI versus the apocalypse. The real end time threat. Climate change isn't going to end the world, according to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
But AI might. When chaos erupts from mass employment, civil unrest, and spiritual emptiness, will this be the environment where the Antichrist rises as a savior of progress?
Well, I think you may be onto something there, because everything that you're describing there has the potential of, that being a outcome of what's developing. We're still a little bit early on in this, but everything's moving so quickly. I mean, change is just taking place so rapidly, I mean, all the technology. I mean, we're talking about going to Mars. We're talking about all this other kind of stuff that's going on, and it's so. But I think people they're gonna be concerned about losing their humanity. You know, and their sense of worth. That a robot can replace me. Kind of an idea. That's that would be a heavy psychological situation to deal with. I think.
Sure.
And so, and which could lead to people becoming desperate or angry, and just what's the point? And why why even fool with it?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think there's a huge potential for that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have become so disconnected from one another.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 90s or the 80s, before we had a lot of technological advances, you just get on your bike, go for a ride when you're a kid. Yeah. Or you sit around, you just talk to your friends, you just do silly things, dumb things, and just have fun. And you didn't have a cell phone. You didn't have these smartphones where we consume so much information. It's amazing on these devices on how much information you can consume that is good, informative. But now we live in a day and age with, I saw recently on X, a video. Someone put two videos together, and one is the real one, and one was the AI created video. Like, for example, someone slicing a piece of salmon, and then it would give you 5 seconds or 4 seconds to figure out which one, and it would give you the answer. And it went through about 10 of them. It's very interesting on how AI is capable of being so very realistic.
Very realistic.
And so now we're watching the news, we're watching social media outlets, and it's like, what are we really watching? Are we really watching truth? Is it real? Mm-hmm. And so we've kind of lost ourselves in this digital world. And it kind of makes you wonder if there's going to be a going back to earthing, taking your shoes and socks off and going outside and just walking in the grass and getting back to nature. Start disconnecting from our phones. Pick a day. I should probably do this. Pick a day where you just take your phone and you just stick it on the desk and you don't even touch it. But we're so programmed to, when we hear ding, the first thing you do is you pick up your phone. But ding, oh, that's my email. Ding, that's a text. We've been wired.
There's this concept of self-worth.
And
it's so important that's one of the wonderful things about our way of government. It's all about individualism. And it seems to me that this AI thing really has a way of really infringing on the individualism. And the sense of, as a human being, I'm of value. What makes me that? Well, the fact that there's a God who created me. And that's what, and that God, because he loved me so much, he was willing to come and do for me what I could not do for myself, to get rid of my sin.
Yes.
And all of these things give a sense of value and self-worth and meaning. And I just can't help but think that when we get into so much more of this AI stuff or whatever, that a lot of that sense of self-worth and individualism and value becomes more and more, less and less appropriate, or not appropriate, obvious.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I mean, obvious. And I'm really concerned because it's this way of thinking is already developing, because the suicidal rate of kids is really growing.
Yeah.
Because I get to a point where they say, okay, especially the kids that are on the lower end spectrum of the pecking order of school.
Yeah.
That you really want to belong. They want to belong, but you can't belong because, they got the cliques and you can't get in the cliques. And a lot of those kids, it's no wonder they want to drop out of school. I mean, it's not a good experience. And I'm just afraid that that kind of thing is growing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The idea of being someone that has value and just worth.
Yep. Thankfully, there's a day coming where we get out of here. But until then, we're going to make the best of it. We're going to be salt and light.
Don't ask this question. Is there going to be AI in here?
So our question for the audience, is there going to be AI in heaven? No. All right, this is the question for the audience.
Say this.
What's that?
The God who made AI possible is in heaven.
That's right. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Question for the audience. Is AI the Tower of Babel 2.0? Man trying to reach godlike power again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comment below.
Good question.
Well, thanks for enduring through this episode.
Yeah.
I love talking about AI and technology and whatnot. What should we talk about next?
And I love just kind of bringing you back to reality.
Okay. I've always been a sci-fi buff. I just love watching sci-fi movies. I like thrillers with sci-fi. I like movies with robots and bangs and crashes and blow-ups and hero movies.
Well, when you blow up a robot, nothing dies.
That's true. Well, with that, we're going to call it a close on episode 71. If you have some ideas on what we should talk about next, comment below. And we look forward to seeing you on next episode of A Pastor's Cafe, episode 72. Until then, stay vigilant, be prayed up, and we'll see you next time.
This broadcast is made possible by the friends and partners of LibertyNetwork.live. We thank you for your support.